We have reached the middle rounds of the Jersey Flegg Cup for season 2025, and these highlights today are brought to you by Warriors Anonymous, the online store. Get to warriorsanonymous.co.nz and grab yourself streetwear, men's, women's, kids, babies. The whole whānau is sorted there, so get along. warriorsanonymous.co.nz if you're in New Zealand, and for anywhere else around the world, warriorsanonymous.com.au. Now the Warriors taking on the high-flying Canterbury-Bankstown Bulldogs, the defending premiers, who would get a little bit of attack going early here, the doggies. The kick would come up, and it would come out to Choperonge, the winger. What could he do with it? Just about broke free from that last tackle. The Warriors hang on well and hold on to that 0-0 scoreline. A little bit of attack coming up the other way as well. As JD Aulaw starts trying to scheme out a dummy half. Goes for a little dart here. Nice short ball to Alvin Chong Ni, and he gets it away to Kalis Paul Putoko. And he runs away to score the first try. Nice try too to get the Warriors on the board, 4-0. Let's have a look at it again. Aulaw shaped to the left and then came back to the right. A nice angled run here, beautifully set up from Chong Ni. Just put it on a platter for Putoko to roll around and get the try. More attack coming up here for the Wars. This is a nice run here from the front right. Tuipulotu Vert. Played back as they come left to Jack Thompson. Puts the little grubber kick in. But there's no panic at the back there from Roy Tatupu, the fullback for the Bulldogs. They hang on. Great short ball coming up here as well as the Dogs hit the attack button. Played back by Finau. And Cassius Tia, the halfback, the homegrown lad, former Marist Jr., now doing his thing over with the Bulldogs and moving up well through the grades as well. Sharp play here. Saw a little bit of a defensive gap through the dummy and goes through to even things up. 6 points all. Now from the next kickoff, things get a bit interesting. Nice ball on the outside here for Raunge, the winger. The Fijian is flying away. He's got support on the inside. Great scrambling defense. Rafael Seal and Maui Winitana Patele Seal getting across there to stop that movement. But Cassius Tia, look at the genius of the man. Puts the kick in into the hands of Geordie Mazzoni. Moves like a Maserati. He zooms in. Does the speed man. Let's have a look at this again. How he summed it up. Cassius Tia knew they had them stretched out wide, and he just put this on a dime. Beautiful kick. Well caught there by Mazzoni. And he goes in to put the Dogs in front. Now Tia doing more damage out here. Looking for runners out on the right edge. As they play it back on the last tackle, what's the option? They come blindside, and Tia just does it again. Little dummy. Over he goes. Too good there. Cassius. He's all over them at the moment. Absolutely killing it out there, Cassius Tia. Just saw again a little gap. Little dummy, and the defence didn't come across to get him. 16 points to 6. It is the Bulldogs cooking with gas at the moment. And they come with a nice little in ball here to Bailey Myers. He'll play it out in front of the posts. Well, eventually. Bit of extra attention there. Referee just says go back and play it on the spot. Bulldogs come left. Tia looking for runners. And out it comes to the number 6, Joseph De Alpa. He goes in to get another try. It's the halves doing all the damage here for the Canterbury-Bankstown side. Out it came from Tia. Had a little runner coming through there. He got it out to De Alpa. They had them stretched on the outside anyway. He summed it up well there, De Alpa. And he scores to put them up 22 points to 6 at half time. Now remember last year, last time these two teams met, Doggies shot out to a 16-0 lead, and the Warriors managed to come back and run them down. Could it happen again? Well, maybe. We'll see what happens. Out it comes to Jack Thompson. Early stages of the second half, and Desmond Laban making his Jersey Flegg Cup debut. Formerly of the Harold Met side last year, as JD Aulaw goes for a little run out of dummy half to see what he can do. And Laban slots back into dummy half here. Out it comes to Junior Sikuvert. Jack Thompson looking for runners. Out it comes to Putoko again. Kalis Paul Putoko does it again. He scored another try like this earlier in the season. Bit of a trademark move for the right centre. And he gets his second try of the match. Warriors desperately needed that to try and get themselves back into the game. And Putoko did it with ease in the end, just strolls in. Casual as you like on a Sunday afternoon. Now have a look at this. Firecracker off the bench. Junior Sekulvert, SG Ball Player of the Year. And off that run comes a big kick coming up for Brandon Norris. Flying through the air. He has started to turn up the heat in the last couple of weeks as Brandon Norris, putting in some fantastic performances. And he's a danger up in the air as well. Climbed high to get this one, reached up. Too good for the fullback to get across. Warriors, great start to the second half here. They're coming back, it's 22-18. What can the Bulldogs try and respond with? Well, they get it off to Sasaya Alatini. Back inside for the second row here. This is Bud Smith, the captain. He tries to have a go, see if he can get some points. They bring it back centre field now. A little bit of footwork from the number 21, Patrick Carey. Now the last tackle. What's the option? They come across to Tia. And he looks for a short ball here on the right edge. Oliver Smith. But a penalty there because Tia did the old push from behind. The tush push, as they say in the NFL. A little bit of a break for the Warriors. Here's Brandon Norris with the tap. Just about breaks through. Gets the set started off in a great way. And look at this. Tepatasi Laumalili stepping up from SG Ball as well this year. And he is a man mountain already. Keep an eye on him as this season develops. They come to the right from Aulaw. Out it comes to Joseph Ratcliffe. Another one from the Harold Myths Championship team of 2024. The fullback goes with the little dummy and scoots through for a nice try. Gets his first try in the Jersey Flegg Cup grade. Let's have a look at it again. Just that little show and go. Got some speed, all class. The young man from Palmerston North. And that brings the Warriors back to level. Brandon Norris out here kicking conversions. He's kicking it like he's Chuck Norris. My goodness. Warriors hit the lead. What is going on here? And still some more attack coming. Jack Thompson shrugs away from one. He's dangerous if he gets a bit of space. The Bulldogs shut him down. And he will play it back as they come across to Winitana Patelesio. Sekulvert with one of his typical runs. Loving the headband too. Old school, that's the way. Plays it back now for Felipe Talisao. And they come to the left, cutout pass. Talon Egan gets it back inside. And there he is. The man again, Brandon Norris. I'm going to stop it with the Chuck Norris references for now. That's well taken. Let's have a look at it on the WA replay. They came to the left and the cutout pass. They saw space. There's a good tackle on the outside, but Talon Egan, beautifully done. Got it back inside there. And Norris in support, went over. Warriors extend their lead 28-22. Bulldogs desperately need something to go their way. They put the kick up. Gets knocked forward here. And into the hands of Raunge, the winger. They actually conceded a penalty from the kick chase there to the Bulldogs. So that one falls for the Warriors. A good break there. What will happen on the next set where you give it off to the man Mountain, Laumalili? And he would play it back. Felipe Talisao, he goes for a little bit of a run. Looking for an option now on the last. As they come across, Thompson with the kick. Comes off a Bulldogs player. Bounces into touch. The Warriors will get a repeat set. Things falling the ways of the Wars. Here comes Laumalili again. Great run from him. Dominating second half from the young fella. So bring it back right for Aulaw with the dummy. Shrugs away from 1, 2, 3. Over he goes. Too strong. JD Aulaw jumped out into the back row spot as he gets subbed out of dummy half. And look at this. Boom. Off the right foot. The show and go. And he just left a bunch of defenders in his wake. Huge play there. 34 points to 22. More attack coming up. This is Putoko again. Great game from him. He sets things up early on the set for the Warriors. So they come back inside for Tuipolotu Vert, full of running. Felipe Talisao looking for runners. Aulaw, short ball. Laumalili. Tell you what, almost got his first 4-pointer there. They come out of dummy half this time, and the short ball to Alvin Chong Neat hits the gap. And over he goes. Wonderful stuff from Alvin Chong Neat. Featured a lot in the highlights last year, and he's doing it again this year. The second rower just ran the line beautifully and Tuipoloto. Nice ball as well. Warriors leading this one 40 points to 22. Bulldogs, they're not done. They come out to the right-hand side. Long hair don't care. Jordi Mazzoni, the Maserati. Look at him go. He's got some speed, all right. Got some real speed. If you give him enough space, he will show it. And Cassius Tier, he's got it on a platter here. Serves it up for Smith to score. And the Warriors, they would win this one, 40 points to 22. Big win for them. And next week they travel over to take on the Bunnies, South Sydney over at Redfern Oval. Catch that one on Bar TV Sports. All of the coverage live and exclusive there. Until then, up the wires. Go the Warriors!